Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be talking about a couple of things on why the Tennessee Titans are absolutely deadly. Well, first things first, they're 6-3. They're one of the best teams in the AFC. They were without Ryan Tannehill for several weeks. They almost took down the Kansas City Chiefs. Their defense is absolutely elite. They have one of the best running backs in the NFL in Derrick Henry, probably the best running back in the NFL in Derrick Henry. They started the season 0-2. They've really only had one bad loss, and that was to Buffalo. They started season 0-2, right? So the second loss was to the Giants. They lost on a missed field goal. And then their other loss against Kansas City, where Malik Willis took it into overtime against, a Super Bowl contender in the Kansas City Chiefs. So, already this team should be getting the respect they deserve, all right? It's just the reality of it. And, I know Denver, Nathaniel Hackett, and Russell Wilson, they've been memed, Bronco country, let's ride, The Broncos have been memed all season, but nonetheless, taking down Denver is a very good win, and Ryan Tannehill's back. Tannehill is back, so Tennessee, first off, the fans, you guys are absolutely awesome. You guys absolutely blessed. My first ever Tennessee Titans video yesterday, seriously, 400 something likes. So thank you guys so much. I plan on covering this team for the rest of the season. You guys are absolutely awesome. The team is really cool. Mike Vrabel, the culture they have established. I was listening to something, and the guy was, I can't remember what it was, but the guy was saying, he was basically saying it's such a cool culture. These guys are just willing to fight for Mike. It's something we talked about yesterday. He said something about I can never tell if I'm a player. You can probably never tell if he's pissed off at me. He's just kind of got that demeanor. It's just stone cold, hard hitting, hammerhead football. He's a football guy. Vrabel is a football guy. So if you guys enjoy this video and you want more Titans videos, show some love down below. As always, hit that like button. Let's try and get to 100 likes on today's video. But basically, one of the things I want to talk about is just the running game, because, every nitpick or every naysay, first off, there aren't even that many nitpicks and there aren't even that many naysayers when regarding the Tennessee Titans, because I have barely found any national big time NFL media like ESPN, whatever it is, talk shows. They're not talking about Tennessee. Literally nobody is talking about the Tennessee Titans. It's pretty mind-boggling to me. It really is, because like I said, and if you're a Titans fan watching this video, you know perfectly damn well, their defense is insane. I mean, it is literally insane. It is elite as they come. And the Titans defense has been elite for a while, but this past week, in most notably, they were missing a bunch of big names. And they gave up 10 points. Like I said, Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson, they've been memed all season, but you gave up 10 points to Russell Wilson, former MVP, Super Bowl champion. I'm going to take that any day of the week. And, like I said, the nitpicker naysays when in regards to the offense. Well, the thing is, the running game is portable. It's extremely portable. And I find it funny how people will be like, yeah, I don't really believe in Miami because, they play in South Florida, and once they have to go to Buffalo or once they have to go to Kansas City, they're going to be all cold and they're not going to know what to do. They're just not as acclimated. Well, Nashville isn't Miami. I guess it's not necessarily Buffalo, but it's not like Nashville's all warm, 80 degrees year round. So to me, their offense is perfectly capable. And yes, a lot of you guys mentioned this as well yesterday. A.J. Brown would do wonders. I mean, A.J. Brown realistically is that kind of missing piece for the Titans offense. But Ryan Tannehill, people were making fun of this take yesterday. I think Ryan Tannehill is a perfectly capable quarterback. I think he's actually more than capable. Take last week, for example. Denver has one of the best defenses in the NFL. Top to bottom, one of the best defenses in the NFL. It's undisputed. Derrick Henry in the running game it's not like it was completely obliterated, but it wasn't going as well as it has in weeks past, right? Derrick Henry on the season has 923 yards already. 923 yards and 9 touchdowns. But the run game, what do you have, 74 yards, something like that? Ryan Tannehill made the plays. I mean, that flea flicker was amazing. And so that even gets me thinking about the wide receiver room. Westbrook-Ikhine, kind of coming from special teams, what do you have, 119 receiving yards this past week and 2 touchdowns. That toe tap touchdown was unbelievably perfect throw, perfect catch, perfect execution. Same thing applies to that flea flicker. I really love the creativity in that flea flicker, but that was a breakout game to Westbrook-Ikhine. I mean, on the season, he only has 23 targets, 12 receptions, 257 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging over 21 yards per reception. So he could be your big X play. He's looking, if things go like last week, he's looking like your big play X factor. You also have Robert Woods. You also have Conwu. You also have Austin Hooper, who had a kind of finally a nice breakout week this past week against Denver. I think the 2 tight end set, I think having those 2 tight ends is going to be very valuable if they can properly utilize both of them heading down for the rest of the season. Treylon Burks is back. We saw him right out of the gate to start the season, a couple of back-to-back good weeks, got injured a little into the season, and he made his return recently. Things haven't necessarily, been going like crazy, the former Razorback, but Treylon Burks could be what this team is missing. I also mentioned in my video yesterday, I was wondering if Titans fans, how they were feeling about OBJ, and I definitely see why, some people are hesitant. It seemed more like 40% people were for it, 60 were against it because of, the Julio Jones failed experiment, the Robert Woods. I don't want to call the Robert Woods experiment failed because he is leading the team with receptions with 266 yards and 24 receptions, but it's not a crazy, Robert Woods isn't a crazy wide receiver 1, right? So I can see why some are hesitant to it. You also got to keep in mind, OBJ, I think OBJ is fine in the locker room, but you also got to keep in mind just, chemistry, locker room. If Vrabel has it on a point, like it is, he runs a tight ship. They're having a lot of fun. When I was watching the Titans All Access videos that you guys saw at the beginning of this video, because I make a variety of NFL videos, right? I haven't really seen a culture. Seattle's a similar culture as far as those videos go. When you're watching these guys on the sideline, when you're watching these games, they're having so much fun. They're just having so much fun. They're looking out for each other. They have each other's back. They're really well led, not only in the coaching staff, but guys like Derrick Henry, everybody on the defense. It's very, very well led team. So they have enough to me. Treylon Burks, Derrick Henry, Austin Hooper, Westbrook-Ikhine, Robert Woods, Conwu. They have enough. It's not anything. I don't necessarily need OBJ, but it is something to keep in mind. Might mess with the locker room a little bit. So I think if I had to make a decision on OBJ going to Tennessee, I would probably go no, but I'd still be a little bit open to it. But like I said earlier, I'm a Packers fan. That's why I made a Titans video yesterday, is because we got 2 more nights. I got 2 more nights, and I'm absolutely terrified to play this absolutely elite defense. Both sides have some injuries. But I was reading a power ranking earlier today, and they still have Tennessee as the 13th ranked team. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? They're 6-3. They started the season 0-2. They could have beaten Kansas City, and they're the 13th best team. Unfortunately, Tennessee does have the worst pass blocking offensive line in the NFL. Shout out Dennis Daly. So there's that. There's kinks to be worked out for Tennessee, right? As there is with every team in the NFL. But, we're a couple of games, we still have a bunch of weeks left, actually. We still have several months left in the season. So to me, you have this type of running game with Derrick Henry. It's portable. You can bring it everywhere. You can bring it everywhere and anywhere. It's like a charger. So, bad joke. We'll talk about that a little bit more so on as this week continues, but a big-time test this week against Green Bay. Somebody nitpicked their schedule, saying, they haven't technically beaten above 500 team. Well, they don't make the schedule, and it's also not like they're beating college football teams. So that's all I have to say on that. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button if you guys enjoy. If you want more Titans videos, like I said, show some love down below. I really want to hear your guys' opinions heading into this Packers week. How good do you feel about the Titans for the duration for the rest of the season? I think the AFC South is definitely theirs. If you can get that home field advantage, if you can get that bye, that is a complete game changer. Peace.